Hi, this is the Fiery Joker. Okay, a lot of you have been asking about what I think about the whole Xbox 180 thing. Okay, you guys can stop. That's not a funny joke anymore. While I do think it's good that they did that, I have lost a lot of faith in Microsoft. Because what the Xbox One has showed me as a consumer is that they want to dominate everything that I value as entertainment. They want to control everything about what I view for entertainment. And I don't like that. I really don't like that because I don't think Microsoft has my best interests in mind in order to be sort of a benevolent dictator. It's like Google's being a fine benevolent dictator, for the most part. So yeah, I just think it's good that the Xbox One has done these changes, but I just don't have a lot of faith in Microsoft anymore. Yeah, I'm still going to buy a PlayStation 4. You still haven't swayed me. Now, I did come across this article on Dorkly about this sort of supposed first draft of the PR's response to the gamers' flaming of the Xbox One. Now, I know that that's a joke article, but a couple of things that are bothering me about some of the comments to that is that some people are saying, yeah, that's what should happen. Gamers were being stupid. Gamers were being unfair to the Xbox One. We were being unfair to the Xbox One. Well, I think the Xbox One was being unfair to me. The whole region locking thing, yeah, a comment I came across was, who the heck cares about region locking? I care about region locking. In fact, a lot of people in the military care about region locking. Those Marines and Navy and Army people deployed in Japan, they can't play. If Microsoft kept their policies, they couldn't play on an Xbox One. Those Marines in Afghanistan and Iraq and other countries not supported by Microsoft, they couldn't play on Xbox One either. And another big thing that is a huge concern for us military folk, the Kinect, how it always has to be on. That is a huge security risk because it's always on and terrorists can get creative. They figure out how to tap into things and they can listen in on us and watch us exchange vital information that we wouldn't know not to exchange because, oh, it's just a harmless Kinect. Oh, it's just always on. It's not really on. How do you know? That might not just me being paranoid, but it's a security risk. And I wouldn't be surprised if the DoD deemed the Xbox One a security risk. That's just my 2 cents on the situation. Alright, time to get to some user questions. And yes, I have my iPad this time. A lot of people put up a big fuss over that. Alright, this first question comes from a user named Stephen Chung Top 10. What is your opinion of the novel The Great Gatsby? Personally, I hate this book. Oh, I am right there with you, brother. There are very few books in high school that I was required to read that I actually enjoyed. A couple of the ones I enjoyed was Hamlet. I did not enjoy The Great Gatsby. I thought it was boring as all heck, and all of the characters were incredibly unlikable. Gatsby was an a-hole. Jordan was... Jordan. Oh, Jordan ticks me off. I don't have to be a good driver as long as everyone else is safe. It's not that just the driving thing that bugs me. It's just I hate that attitude. Every single person in The Great Gatsby is a horrible person. And I don't know if that's what the writer was intending. I don't know if that's what Scott Fitzgerald was intending, but I just didn't care a dang thing about what happened to these characters. It was, oh my gosh. I just couldn't get past my dislike of these characters. I really don't remember a lot too much about the plot other than I hated the characters. It's as simple as that. Movie was visually entertaining. I'd say it's worth sitting through if you haven't already, just for the visuals. But for the story... Alright, next question comes from a user named Incoming Pixels. What is your opinion on Man of Steel? Story-wise, I thought it was cluttered, horribly put together. The drama was laughable. The acting was bland. The action scenes? Holy crap. That's how you do a Dragon Ball Z movie. Let me tell ya. It just makes me think that they could do... It just makes me think... What if they did a Dragon Ball Z movie that way? I know they tried already with Dragon Ball Evolution, and... the less I say about that movie, the better. I'm just imagining a Dragon Ball Z movie with the same action scenes that they did with Man of Steel. It's just... But yeah, story-wise, Man of Steel was terrible. I'd take the Superman cartoon any day, because at least that thing understood Superman and at least told a coherent story. I really think that Christopher Nolan is becoming the M. Night Shyamalan of this generation. I mean, yeah, it's like, just like M. Night Shyamalan, he had like a lot of great first movies, and they start slowly ebbing downhill. Christopher Nolan, his bad movie streak, I think, really started at Dark Knight Rises, and I've already explained why I really hate that movie. And then there's this one, which didn't tell a really great story. It tried too hard to be Batman Begins. So yeah, I just think Christopher Nolan is going downhill, and he really needs to not end up like M. Night Shyamalan. Alright, next question comes from a user named... Comes from a user named Mitchell Lee. Why is it that you don't use swear words in your videos? You have no idea how long I've been waiting for someone to ask that. Or someone to even notice that. Well, really, I just don't think that I need to use swear words in order to be funny. I personally think that, and I'm not saying any bad things about people who do use swear words in order to be funny, but I don't think you need to use swear words in order to be funny. I think it speaks to the talent and abilities of the comedian in order to get someone to laugh without having to resort to being dirty or being obscene or resorting to taboos or just oh my gosh, you went there. I really don't think you have to do that to be funny, and if you work hard enough, you can make people laugh while still being relatively clean. And there's another reason why I don't swear in my videos, but a video in the near future will probably explain it. Alright, last question comes from a user named 1218 Draco. Do you have any pet peeves? What kind of question is that? Of course I have pet peeves. Just look at any previous video of mine where I go, "Cut!"